This read is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascending for the month of April, Sun in Aries, and we just had a full moon in Libra. Libra is all about relationships and balancing. Full moon is all about revelations, things that are hidden or are subconscious, things that need to come up to the surface for revealing, so that we, and then with the Sun in Aries, so that we can make changes. And Aries is all about action. So let's see what the cards have in store for Gemini for the month of April. I found this great little school desk outside. It's perfect size for tarot card reading. And okay. Wow, the Lovers. That's good. It's a nice card. Seven of Wands. Somebody was telling me that they're really enjoying my reads. However, they would really like to see the cards. So one, I'm using bigger cards now. I'm using the bigger deck, the Raider White deck. And I also made everything closer to the camera. So I'm going to redo that. That's too many cards coming out. I usually let the cards fall out, but if it's a big group like that, I don't. Let's see, we'll get two more. This is for Gemini. And it looks to me interesting. Okay. So I'm going to show the cards when I speak about them so people can see them. So that's the Lovers card. That came in first. Let's have a look here. It looks like there's a shifting. I'm going to ask for clarification. Okay. That's the Five of Cups. Hold it up there. Then we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck, which represents the outcome. And that's a major arcana, the Magician. So if that's the outcome, then it looks to me like this is going to be a shift for the Gemini in relation to their future, is stepping up an ability to manifest a destiny or desired destiny that is actually universally supported, because this is the section, the divine section of my read, that may have previously been, there may have been disappointment around, and you may have turned your back on it or turned away from it, given up as it were, which I think what happened was it released some sort of resistance for you. So let's go through that again, because let's start here with the Lovers card. This card is pretty much, look, there's the sun at the top, then we get this sort of angel and this sort of the higher dimension, the heavens, and I think that's kind of the fifth dimension, and then we have a relationship underneath that, and then we can compare it to the Devil card. I'm just going to make sure that's in, yep. And it's funny that card comes up at the same, at the top here, which is unified. It's a darker relationship representing karmic bonding, but also representing sort of ego. And it's if you look at the difference between the two, it's a lovers. They're both lovers, and this couple is chained by material earthly realms, and is sort of springing from the dark or the mass energy, and some people call it the ego or the male, fusing too much with the physical sort of attachments. This is the energy of attachments to something in the physical, representing sort of celebration of the physical rather than celebration of the higher dimensions, or understanding. This person is not understanding the true manifestations, or what we're here to manifest is our highest dimensional vision of love. So if I'm going around in circles, I'm trying not to. When I read the cards, I really just let the cards pull me around. I'm just kind of, I start with one card, and then it just sort of leads me into this story, and I just kind of go with it. So, and I do teach this at workshops. I do have a workshop every Wednesday evening. If you want to join, just email me at madeleinehill@sbcglobal.net, and I'll respond to you and send you an invitation code and all of that. Anyway, I'll put my email on the link below. Anyway, so now let's talk about the King of Cups right underneath here. We got this Lovers here. So we've got the King of Cups. This is the heart section of my read, and this usually represents a man, and he's obviously, and he's got a really open heart. Like this is about the cups. So this is a man who is open-hearted. It's in the divine section. It is in the heart section of the read. And we do have it underneath a divinely or higher dimensional supported relationship, a higher connected relationship based in a soul connection, and it's almost like the Geminis are starting to open their hearts to the fact that this relationship is the future, or the one with the future. So in other words, they're aligning with their higher dimensional relationship, and seeing that it actually does have a future. It's almost like that relationship that hangs on, or that person that's sort of the feelings are hanging on, and that you're realizing that's the one that you have. That's because if we get the Seven of Wands, so it stands, it holds the test, and so you're seeing a future, and that's what's enabling you to see this is for the long haul. And then we get the Three of Swords, and then the inspiration here, and then we get Ace of Wands on. Oh, I hope you can see all these cards. There's the Ace of Wands, Three of Swords. Now, so in other words, now this card represents disappointment, and usually sort of negative thinking. What else? Perceptions of, well, I'm not going to say perceptions of lack, but no, this is actually literally like being disappointed, like a letdown. And so this is, now let's go this story. So I see a man with his heart opening up, or a person opening full-hearted into a relationship that they see a future in, and they see a future in it because the disappointments restore to inspiration. So in other words, there's a rebirth after the heartbreaks. That's how he can, or this person can see that there's longevity in this, if that makes any sense. And because of that, this understanding that the disappointments that they've experienced with this person have reignited into an inspiring place, realizes that the ego was in the way of you realizing that this was the relationship that's going to stand the test of time, and that this is the relationship that's fated, and this is the relationship that your wheel of, your fortune is in. Because in our divinely supported relationship, we have the plan of the third expansive element, which is abundance. We plan to come here together with our other abundant half to manifest and create abundance in some. So it's waiting for you in that place. So the wheel of, so your fated partner is the one that brings you an abundant future, and confidence of knowing that it can stand the test of time in the long run, because after every disappointment has been reignited into the Ace of Wands with in other words, there's a reignition of inspiration and desire despite the disappointment. So in other words, now that sadness, turning away from the relationship just because of the disappointments, it caused you to maybe turn away from the relationship, but now understanding that because of reignition after disappointments, it empowers the Gemini to turn into this relationship, because you see a future in it. It stands, it holds. I'm also going to feel like there's a surrendering, like a lack of resistance to it now. Like the devil pops into me, like saying, I give up. I'm surrendering. I'm done. I can't fake it. I can't, because it's these sorts of choices in relationships are done. You have to sort of mentally hold them together. They're hard work to hold together because they're not held together by the higher dimensions. So it's like, I surrender. I'm gonna stop trying to make things work that aren't working. So let's have a look at this. Oh, actually, you know what? I'd like to do a message from your animal spirit guide. This read is, I don't know if it's beyond 15 minutes, but YouTube is only letting me put reads up for 15 minutes, and I verified my account and it still won't let me. And it's got these other complicated reasons which I just don't understand. So anyway, I may have to divide this up into two clips. But I wanted to maybe cut out the animal card because to make it 15 minutes, and I thought, no, we cannot not have the animal message. I love animals, and animals bring messages. Spirit can guide animals. Animals are not disconnected from their feminine, they're receptives. They are very spirit guided. So let's have a look. Elk, woo! Stand tall. I'm going to put this up to the camera. Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what the others. Oh, wait, sorry, let me reread that. Stand tall and maintain your dignity, no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect you deserve. Elk. So that's your read, Gemini, for April 2018. I hope you have a really wonderful month. Lots of love.